Good evening. Welcome to Option Center. It is Sunday, 11/6/22. Welcome everybody. If you're new here, go down to that bottom right-hand corner. Make sure you hit that Option Center logo and subscribe. Okay, we're going to go through ES on multiple time frames and see if we can learn where the market might go. We're sort of in a pinch where there's a lot of bulls in this territory that say we're going to go higher, at least for a higher bounce. And then there's me and some people that I follow as well that think that we're going to go much lower, much faster, probably this week going into next because of CPI and things like that. So, okay, here we are. ES on the monthly time frame. We are headed down from the top of the channel, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high. We are in a bearish trend. We rejected off the 8 EMA, which is our bearish, which is our trend indicator. In this case, is bearish. We did bounce off that 50 simple moving average for the monthly, and also the 50% retracement. So that's it. That's a point where bulls want to step in and say, hey, we retraced 50%. Now we're going higher. I don't think that's the case. We're going to trend lower, and I think we're going to break this point here. But we got to keep that in mind that we can always go higher. But we have to watch price action, and we'll check out lower time frames to see what's happening for this week coming. The MACDs had a lower. RSI lower on the monthly time frame. It's a bearish trend, you guys. It's a bear market. Okay, on the weekly time frame, put up the board after falling out of this bearish rising wedge. We had low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and we're continuing on that downtrend. We had this confluence here. This is a huge area. Every single video we talk about this area, and once we get below there, then we have this next zone to work with. Okay, so we're bouncing. We came right back to this. If you watch some of my past videos, probably for the last 1 to maybe 3 months, I've had this line here, support resistance. It's been so important, and it coincides with the 20-week simple moving average, and we rejected off of there. So this was support, resistance, support, resistance. Once again, we're back underneath that 8 EMA. Let's see if we kind of maybe close the gap a little bit. We gap down for the Sunday night opening, and let's see how we mess around with this 8 EMA, because we got back under it. So I do expect us to break down from this confluence of this zone here to get down into this next area, this next zone. Okay, now in the bullish point, we had maybe 3 or 4 videos ago, we were talking about the bullish point where we could cross over here with bullish divergence. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to burn through to the downside through this divergence, but we're really trying to make that cross there. And that's why this is such a pivotal point. And you know what? Just to be honest, we're traders, you guys. It doesn't matter if we go up or down. I'm trying to give you the point of view that I'm looking at, but I can switch on a dime and start being bullish if we close a week and start getting that green histogram similar to this one here, and we want to get some separation and get a bullish crossover. We're not quite there yet. We're right at that 0 mark, which means that we're in a complete neutral zone on the weekly time frame. Okay. Just want to show you that. Let's get down. Let's get down to business. Daily. All right, the daily time frame, daily trend is our friend. Now, what's happening? We again, that time frame that I'm the zone that I'm talking about. Let's zoom out just a little bit. The zone I'm talking about is right here. Okay, it's the 3,500 area down to the 3,200 area with a mid mark around the 3,350, And I do think we're going to bounce around into this zone, but I think we're going to get down there pretty quick. So let's get back. Let's zoom in a little bit more. We made a 5-wave series, and I think we pulled back and completed a 3-wave series for a correction. And I believe this is an impulsive first move here from some of the price action last week, and we're just kind of working our way for a smaller correction. We could go up a little bit higher, but seeing that in my time frame that we're starting to accelerate to the downside, I don't think we're going to get very far. This 38.30 area would be a tremendous short opportunity for the bears, in my opinion, but we might not even get up there. We're right at this point at the 37.30. We start breaking down from there. Let's widen the zone a little bit here. We're right above it, so maybe we push off it from this overnight action. And you know what? I might actually just play a little bit. Let's go down that 65-minute time frame first. But first, let me say, okay. So we have, in my opinion, this ABC correction up here, and on a bullish note, on more of a bullish scenario where you're saying, hey, this is like the Santa Claus rally time frame from Halloween onto Christmas into the new year. If you're bullish at this point, we came down to the, I believe it was a 50% retracement. Let's go ahead and check this out. From the low of this correction to the high right here, we came down. We're guarding that 3,700 area for a 50% retracement. So what that is saying is that we have a possibility for this first move to be an A, a 3-wave move up for A, B, 3-wave move down for B, and then a C that can potentially rise up to that 3,100 area. Let's if it's 100% from the top to bottom here for the A, and then I go down to the B, then that 100% brings us right exactly to that 4132 zone. So if we're looking to be bullish at this point for maybe the rest of the year, then that's a good target up there between the 4,000 and 4,100 zone for that to be. It's certainly a possibility. I don't see that happening, but if coming into all this catalyst and news and things like that, we're holding this 20-day moving average right as we speak. We start to oscillate up above and get impulsive. This should be a 5-wave move up if that's the case, and that would make this this could be a 5-wave move, 3-wave move down here. I know I said 3, but if this is a big wave 1 and then a wave 2 up, then this could be a zigzag 535. Okay, that means, but either way, it doesn't matter. This is already said and done. This should be an impulsive 5-wave move up if that's the case. All right. Now, looking at the indicators, we're neutral. We're dead on that that zero line. We're trying to cross back over to the downside. We could bounce up. There's so many things that are happening. I think we're waiting for news pretty soon here. We have a lot of stuff happening this week. But let's go down that 65-minute. And, I'm kind of looking at this, and when we get down, we do have some gaps open way back here on the 4,200 area. I don't think we're going to close that anytime soon, but usually in the overnight session, we have, when we gap down, we close those gaps. So we had this bearish rising wedge right into resistance and supply, and we're breaking down from that point. And there's really just kind of two options that we have going on here. we have a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is a completed 5-wave move, and then we're making an A, B, and this is maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into, let's call it, if we make a 50 to 60% retracement from the 3700 area, then let's say that we'll probably retrace to about the 38 to 3840 area if this is to be you know, another wave 2 up. But you know, it's really hard to say. I don't know if we're going to get that. I don't know if we're going to close that gap tonight. I don't really want to play the upside on this. I'm really bearish at this point. It would just be kind of foolish for me to play the upside, even if I'm scalping. But I kind of think we're going to close that. I see a 3-way move up, and it looks like an impulsive move down. So, you know, they're just trying to trick you. The market's going to do what it wants to do, but we're going to let this play out. We're already short in most of our accounts, and if we just go down, we're gonna be on the winning side. But if we retrace up to the 3800 to the 3840 area, that's going to be a golden opportunity just to press pretty hard for the bearish side. So, you know, after breaking out this wedge, that'd be a back test, and we'll be looking out to short, add on to our shorts at that point. So right now, all said and done, we are bearish. We continue to be. If we start breaking above this trend line up here, start breaking above that, then we're gonna start playing on the bullish territory until we get to maybe around the in between the 4,000 4,100 area. We're gonna change our tune a little bit, but I think this is impulsive. The other scenario is, you know, that we continue down from this area, and this is a 1, 2, 3 all the way down here, maybe a 4. And if we're much lower, possibly down to these areas tomorrow into Tuesday, maybe that's our first impulsive wave down. And then going into Wednesday and Thursday CPI, we have our bounce, our rapid bounce from the catalyst for a wave 2. This would all be a wave 1 to a wave 2, and then we start descending. You know, this is all kind of a questionable area, whether we have the 5-wave impulsive move done or if we're just into wave 3 and this is wave 4, complicated correction, a little lower, back up and down. You know, we're not going to play all this mess. So either way it goes, we're looking to go further down to the downside, and we're not worried about all this mess in between. You know, I might scalp a little bit during real trading times, but I'm not looking at this. I think we're gonna, this next look down is probably gonna be considerable, 300 to 400 points, possibly 500 all said and done points to the downside pretty quickly. So sorry to be so bearish if you're on the other side of it, but I'm just trying to get you on the right side of the chart. And we'll continue to do these updates pretty consistently so we can, you know, stay on the ball here. So that's all I got for you tonight. Thanks for joining us at Options Center. Have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to like the videos. It helps out. And just please comment, and I'll you know, comment back and answer anything that any questions that might be out there. So thank you. Talk to you soon.